Hey guys, welcome back to Less Cooks More. Today we are cooking a Moroccan chickpea soup slash stew. I kind of changed the way I do it. So let's get started. First things first, we are just going to heat the oil and then we'll add in our onion. Okay, so we're ready. We are gonna put in onion. Okay, so then we're gonna add in some salt, be generous, some pepper. This is a really seasoned food, so if you don't like a lot of seasoning, that's something to be careful of. Now we are going to add in some garlic. That's about, I don't know, not quite a half a clove, but it's close. And just mix it in. I'm gonna add in a little tiny bit of garlic powder as well. Now we are going to take a can of diced tomatoes. These are basil, garlic, and oregano. And just dump them in. We're gonna use 2 cans. So the first one, and we're just gonna stir that. This is really the basis for our soup. And then we have our second can. All right, so now that we have this cooking, you want to bring it to simmer. And once it's simmering, we're gonna add in a can of garbanzo beans slash chickpeas. We're gonna add 2 cans of that, our second can, and we're going to stir those in. So these aren't necessarily going to keep form, but because you can smush them, but you see the chunks of tomato, we see the tomato juice, we see the onion and the garlic in there, and then we are going to season. We're gonna do some more salt and pepper, and you want to make sure everything's boiling. Pepper. We are going to do some ground paprika, do some cumin. Wow. Okay, hold on. Cumin's like the main thing here. Oh, it's okay. And then we're gonna do just a slight bit of curry powder. And this is like, I don't always use this, but sometimes I do. And then you're gonna do some cinnamon as well, which is interesting. Okay, so now that we have all that in there, we're gonna mix it in. I actually really smell all the seasonings, including the cinnamon, which is cinnamon isn't really sweet. It's just another seasoning, but anyway, you just wanna coat everything. For sure want it to simmer. And you can add more salt and pepper and stuff later. And now we are going to add in some chicken broth. So, and not the whole thing, really, I'm not quite sure. It's not an exact measurement. Start with like 2 to 3 cups. And then add in like 2 more if need be. You want all the chickpeas and tomatoes to be covered. Okay, so I added some more Himalayan pink salt and I added in some garlic powder. I'm gonna do a little bit more. And then you're just gonna cover it and let it simmer. It's gonna kind of turn orange. I usually add spinach in as well, so I will probably do that in a bit, but you add the spinach in later just so it liquefies. If you want it to be more watery and more of a brothy soup rather than a stew, you can always add in more chicken broth, otherwise, or water depending on what you're using. Otherwise, just let it simmer for a while. Yeah, I would say give it between I've let it cook for as long as an hour, depending on how much you're making it, but I'll probably let this simmer for I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be good. Okay, so as you can see, my sister just made a pizza because she was unsure about this. but we added in some spinach. This is what we're currently working with. And I turned down the heat because it's getting pretty hot. Added in some more broth. So yeah, I'm gonna let it continue to simmer with the lid on low heat right now, and then we will come back. Okay guys, so it's been cooking, and then usually sometimes what I'll do is I'll use a spoon to press down and kind of break the chickpeas, so it's more of like a mush. I'm just trying it to see where we're at with flavor. Pretty good. It's a little too sweet right now. So cinnamon isn't really sweet. So what I am going to do is add in more curry. We're gonna do more garlic. Oh! I opened the wrong side. Should I spoon it out? Oh no. You know what? This is just about to be some garlicky. I don't know. Listen, in all my times making this, I have never. You know, I got out what I could. I'm sorry to that man. We're just gonna mix it in, y'all. It needed some garlic anyway. We are definitely gonna taste that. I can smell it. We are gonna add a little more salt and pepper to compensate, and that'll be good. All right, so we have officially finished our Moroccan chickpea soup/stew. I made it a little less thick. Ooh, the steam. And I did that just by adding more liquid in. I didn't smush the chickpeas, which I usually do, because I don't have as much in here as I would like, but anywho, just gonna put some in here. And it's really delicious. But as you know, I spilled in a ton of cinnamon and a lot of garlic. So I'm hoping it doesn't completely ruin the taste, but we'll see. Okay, so it's usually amazing and like one of my favorite dishes. It's good, don't get me wrong. But I think because of the spilled in cinnamon, it kind of just tastes like a little bit different. But as long as you don't spill in too much cinnamon, you'll be good. So this is our Moroccan chickpea soup. And thank you for watching. Comment below what you'd like me to make next.